Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. If you're new here, welcome. I am so happy to have you. I'd love you to hit the subscribe button before leaving and give it a thumbs up. And let's go ahead and get started. So today's video I'm super excited to do because I've been wanting to try the bareMinerals new foundation stick to see how it applies. I've honestly never used a foundation stick before, so I'm not even sure if I'm gonna like it or how the application is gonna be. But I think I got the lightest shade, which is Opal 01. And I'm going to put on one side of my face, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. And on the other side, I'm going to use a dampened L'Oreal sponge. I also wanted to tell you, I already have my eye makeup done and my eyebrows, so if you're curious what I'm wearing down below, I will link it along with my moisturizer and my favorite sunscreen. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how this goes on. I have used bareMinerals for, gosh, close to 15 years. I love bareMinerals. I've always used only their loose powder and I just didn't like the mess that it created, so I'm so excited. So this is the tube that it comes in, and I'm pretty sure it is the lightest shade in the range. It is Opal 01, so I'm just gonna stripe it on here. It looks pretty pink. It's very creamy. Uh-oh, I just had a piece fall off. I guess I'm pushing a little too hard. Good to know. Okay, so, and I might have put a little bit too much on there. I'm going to go ahead and use my brush on this side and blend it in and see how it goes. I have a piece of it on my lap right now. It's actually blending in really nice, even though originally it looked a little bit pink when I first put it on. It is blending in and actually looks like a pretty good shade match. It definitely is heavier with the brush, which is normal. You get a fuller coverage with the brush. I'd say it's a medium finish. I am finding though with the brush that I have the same problem I have with a lot of foundations. I don't know if it's because I'm fair skinned, but I feel like I get a streaky application. Like I can actually see the brush strokes, which kind of bothers me. So I generally don't use a brush to apply my foundation, or if I do, I use the brush and then I go back over it with a sponge to get rid of the streakiness. So it's pretty medium, medium to full coverage. I don't really see anything coming through on that side. It did a really great job, even though it looked really pinky. It actually went in pretty well. As you can tell, I was obviously pushing down too hard because I just made a complete mess out of the top and it's on my pants. Okay, so I'm gonna not push as hard, I think, see what I mean? On this side, I'll try to use that. And I'll use a sponge. I am not used to foundation sticks. I wonder how quickly I'd go through it with the way that I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm going to use my L'Oreal sponge on this side. It's, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Neutrogena Hydro Boost foundation that I really liked because it's very, it's like mousse-like, very creamy. It's kind of just blending. I really like the way it's blending into the skin, and I really like the Neutrogena Hydro Boost, how it did the same thing. It just like melted into your skin. But I feel like the coverage on this one is better than the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. I think I might have to do a comparison video between the two. I'm really curious to see, but this reminds me a lot of it. I just feel like the coverage is better on this. All right, so my initial thoughts on applying this is I really like it with the sponge, which I like most foundations better with sponges. The sponge gives just a tad bit lighter coverage. I can kind of see a little bit of redness and discoloration that's showing through right here, but it's not a huge difference from the brush side. But I just think overall it looks much more flawless. It looks really nice with the sponge. I'm gonna go back over this side with the sponge because I really like the way it looks with the sponge. It seems to have like a natural matte finish, but it doesn't feel heavy or anything. It feels like mousse, just creamy, and it just kind of absorbed into your skin. I really like it. It actually is a really great shade match, even though it didn't look like it when I first put on my skin. So I'm impressed. Okay, I figured I'd keep it all bare minerals since I was doing the foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Invisible Bronze. I love this bronzer. If you have fair skin, this is what it looks like. It looks so beautiful on fair skin. And I got this brush set off of Amazon. I love the white handles from Real Techniques, but it is a duo fiber brush set, and the way it picks it up is a very light, natural bronze. So I'm just gonna swipe it on my cheeks. And I personally, with fair skin, like the way this brush and bronzer set just work. Some people feel like it doesn't give enough bronze, but I don't want to look orangey at all, and I've had that problem before with a lot of bronzers. So I'm just kind of putting it wherever the sun would naturally hit your skin. Look how pretty that is. It just adds like this natural glow and just brightens up the face. Okay, and then I'm going to use my bareMinerals all-time favorite blush. I hope they never stop making this, which is the Vintage Peach. It's just like the NARS Orgasm. So it's this beautiful peachy kind of pink color. It has a little bit of shimmer to it. Only downside is it's a loose powder. So I'm gonna use my e.l.f. angled brush. Just tap it in here and try to get it evenly all over the brush. And then I just pat it going up my cheeks. I found that if you kind of like swirl it in, sometimes you have a little bit darker application in one spot than the other. So if I pat it going up, it seems to give me more of an even way of using a loose powder. But it's just this beautiful, natural, look how pretty that is, flush color. Okay, and then to add a little bit of brightness, this is not bareMinerals, but my favorite all-time highlighter is by Becca in the shade Moonstone. It is gorgeous if you have fair skin, the way that it just naturally hits the highlights of your cheeks. I love, look how beautiful, oh my gosh, you can see it all the way back here, look at that. Ooh, so pretty. All right, so I'm just gonna add that on just to give a little bit more shine. And then I'm gonna end the look with, sticking with bareMinerals, with the Moxie. This one's in the shade Rockstar. It's also peach color, which I did peach on my eyes, and I'll link that below if you're curious what I'm wearing as my eyes. I love this combination. It's like a little bit of a peach color with like a copper brown. Now, this lip gloss is a little sticky. And usually I don't really like sticky lip glosses, but one thing that I do like is it has a plumping effect, so it has like a minty flavor when it goes on your lips. So it feels really cooling on your lips. So if you don't like something that's sticky, you would not like this. It's very much like the Boxum lip glosses. So, but it's very pretty. I wear it every now and then, but if I'm just going out on errands or something, I generally don't pick it up being sticky, so just know that this is sticky. All right, so overall, I really like this foundation. I'm wondering how quick I'd go through it. I mean, definitely don't push down as hard as me because I had pieces of it fall off, maybe a lighter hand, but at first I didn't think that the color was really going to be a very good match, but I really like it. It really does remind me a lot of the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. If you have not seen that video, I'll link it down below. I know that it's cheaper than the bareMinerals, but I have to say the coverage on this one I feel is better. So I might have to do a video comparing the Neutrogena Hydro Boost to this one, but it has that mousse, creamy texture when it goes on, and it just kind of melts right into your skin, which is really nice. But I feel like this one's more to a medium to full coverage. And I personally like it with a sponge. As you saw with the brush, I always have this problem with fair skin. I don't know why. So many people love putting foundations on with brushes. It just doesn't work for me. I always feel that it's very streaky. So that's my final thought. I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel before leaving, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye guys.